Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Shri Jayendra Rank Zone classes. My dear students, I am your mentor and your friend for the subject biology, and I will be taking the animal science, that is the zoology section. So, before proceeding with the next topic in Kingdom Animalia, I would like to tell you that this is lecture number 12. Please go through the previous lecture so that you could have a better connect for the upcoming topics. So now we are going to start with our favorite need time, which is not tea time, which is not tea time. Okay. So the very first question is, which group of animals belong to the same phylum? NEET 2013. Which group of animals they belong to the same phylum? Okay. Prawn, scorpion, locust. So prawn, scorpion and locust, they all belong to phylum Arthropoda, right? Sponges, sea anemone, starfish is echinoderm, sea anemone is cnidarian, sponge is poriferan, malarial parasite Arthropoda, protozoa, mosquito is again Arthropoda, malarial parasite, sorry, protozoa, earthworm, annelid, pinworm is not an annelid, tapeworm is the roundworm. So basically, among all the options given, the first option, it is basically indicating the members belonging to the same group, that is same phylum. So answer will be A. So answer A is right. Okay. Answer A is right. Understood? Book lungs, they are the respiratory organs of arthropodans. And among all the four options which are given, only one is Arthropoda, that is Arachnida. Okay, class Arachnida. Okay. Now the second question, in which of these animals antenna gland functions as excretory organ? Human being, no. Antenna gland, it basically is a osmoregulatory organ which basically helps to control the level of electrolytes, humans, we have kidney for the same purpose. Cockroach, no, they have Malpighian tubules. Planaria, no, they have Protonephridia. Prawn, yeah, prawn, it belongs to crustacean, class Crustacea. And phylum Arthropoda, class Crustacea, they actually have antennae glands as a excretory organ or a osmoregulator. Okay. Now coming to next, which of these statements are wrong? Parapodia lateral appendages in arthropods and they are used for swimming. No, parapodia are meant for locomotion and somewhat they assist the spiracles, means respiration. The first option is wrong, absolutely. Parapodia, they actually, fleshy parapodia, it actually have setae and those setae help in locomotion. Okay. Radula in mollusks are structures involved in excretion. No, in molluscan, the previous phylum we considered, we basically read that radula is basically a sucking organ which basically helps to grasp food. Okay, so it is not excretory organ. Then first and second, they are wrong till coming to the next. Escalamenthes are dioecious. Yeah, it's right. Escalamenthes means roundworms. They are mostly unisexual, means male and female on the separate bodies. Echinoderm adults show radial symmetry. This we are going to study today. Yeah, echinoderms, they have radial symmetry in case of adults. Okay, sorry. And ctenophores are diploplastic. It is also right. Ctenophores means the they are diploblastic, made up of 2 germ layers. So the best option we are having is a combination of first and second, first and third no, first, fourth and fifth no, third and fifth no, second, third and fifth no. So answer will be the first and second. Now next, external segmentation is absent but internal segmentation is present. Mean internal segmentation, it is having septate, not setae, septate. So body is basically divided into circular rings internally as well as externally, and it is found in annelids. But annelids, they have metameric segmentation, true segmentation, means body is divided externally as well as internally, but here they are basically speaking that it is divided only internally, not externally. It means it is a primitive form of annelid, and that is Archaeannelida. So Archaeannelida, the external segmentation is faint but internal segmentation is present. All other categories, they are the classes of phylum Annelida, Polychaete, Oligochaete and Hydriniae. So the next question, Schizocoelom and Enterocoelom. Schizocoelom and Enterocoelom, schizocoelom in which the mesoderm gets splitted and forms the coelomic cavity, and in enterocoelom, basically the gut pouch, it comes out and it separates itself and form the coelomic cavity. It means both are the examples of true coelom, schizocoelom and enterocoels. Annelids, orthopods, they belong to the category of schizocoels. Echinoderms, humans, they belong to the category of enterocoels, means the chordates. Okay, so the echinoderms and chordates, they belong to the category of enterocoels, and annelids, orthopods, they belong to the category of schizocoels. So basically the answer will be the true coelom. Okay, triploblastic unsegmented acoelomate. Triploblastic means body is made up of 3 germ layers. Unsegmented, it is unsegmented, and acoelomate, without having any coelom, and they have bilateral symmetry. Okay, so actually bilateral symmetrical organs, they actually have started for the very first time in case of ctenophorans, but ctenophores, or then especially the ctenophores, they are having biradial symmetry. That cannot be counted as 100%, the bilateral symmetry. Okay, and they are not triploblastic. The ctenophore cannot be the answer. They are unsegmented. Okay, so now coming to the next, triploblastic bilateral symmetry, it basically starts from the platyhelminthes, tapeworm, and they are unsegmented and they are acoelomate. Okay, platyhelminthes, Cnidarian diploblastic, Poriferans diploblastic, Annelida triploblastic, true coelom, schizocoel. Okay, ctenophores diploblastic. The best option is platyhelminthes. And Annelida in which internal fertilization occur is, which among the following Annelida, basically it acts as a source of internal fertilization. Okay, when it shows internal fertilization. Okay, so Neanthus, also known as Nereis. So Nereis shows internal fertilization. Okay, now coming to next, today we are going to start, my dear students, phylum Echinodermata. Phylum Echinodermata, derma means skin and echinos basically means what? Stouts of spine, clusters of spines. So phylum Echinos dermatas or dermatos. So dermatos means basically skin, means they have spiny skin or hedgehog skin. Right? So Jacob Klein, he named the organism in this phylum as Echinodermata. Jacob Klein. All the animals are marine, means they live in salt water, marine driven, love to grow and live at bottom. Okay, they can be used as ornamental organisms, and they are love to grow and live at bottom. Okay, they have slow locomotory movements. Slow locomotory movements. Locomotory movements is slow. The phylum lacks any parasitic forms. There is no parasitic form, and they are not going to harm anyone. So they are love to grow, they live at bottom, and they have slow locomotory movements. Okay, along with it, they don't have any parasitic nature. Okay. Body shape is variable, mean it changes. It changes because of a very important and peculiarly found the tube feed system, the water vascular system. Okay, the body shape is variable, ranging from star-like to slender, melon-like to disc, flower-like. Okay, and the body lacks head. Body is not having head. Okay, so cephalization is absent. The body is shape is variable, very much variable, ranging from star-like to slender, melon-like to disc, and flower-like. Okay, and they don't have head. Now next, if they are not having head, it doesn't mean that they don't have brain or they don't have ganglia, they don't have nervous system. Body lacks segment. Body is not having segments on the surface, no segments are there. They are bilateral symmetrical in larval stage. Okay, mean they are bilaterally symmetrical in larval stage, and the moment they are now in adult forms, they show radial symmetry. Okay, the radial symmetry is of very unique type, pentamerous symmetry. If you stretch your all the 5 fingers, the type of symmetry developed is a kind of palmistry symmetry or pentamerous symmetry. Okay, so the body lacks segments, no segments, no segments, and no segments, but the larva shows bilateral symmetry and the adult shows the radial symmetry, and that too pentamerous, means 5 tentacles arranged in 5 or multiple symmetry after the larva mature into adult. Now coming to next, echinoderms, they are triploblastic, means ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm, and they have organ system level of organization. So they have organ system level of organization, and along with it they are triploblastic. Skin is basically having spines, tubercles. Okay, these spines are tubercles between which there is a pincer like structure. Okay, so between the arms like this, if you stretch both of the fingers of yours, so there is a subungual space. So this is between the arms, okay, the tentacles, there is a pincer like structure known as pedicellary. Okay, so there is a pincer like structure known as what? Pedicellary or pedicellaria. And endoskeleton is made up of 1 to 8 calcareous plate. Okay, 1 to 8 calcareous plate known as ossicle. So skin is basically having spine, okay, means tubercles. Okay, and between this, between the arms, they have a pincer like structure known as what? Pedicellaria. Okay, and the endoskeleton is basically made up of 1 to 8 calcareous plate or ossicle. So calcareous plate, they are known as what? Ossicle, and the pincer like structure is known as what? Pedicellaria. Okay, and the spines, they are known as what? Tubercles. Now minute small pedicellaria keeps the body surface free from debris. These minute pedicellaria a kind of fine hair like projections which actually help to free the skin, the outer surface, free from any debris. Okay, means the waste or the dust particles. Echinoderms have true coelom, they have true coelom, enterocoelomic cavity is found. Okay, now the water vascular system is very uniquely found in these water vascular system, okay, which is filled with water, and this water vascular system is known as what? Ambulacral canal, ambulacral or water vascular system canal. Okay, with the tube feet in which the water enters through a perforated plate called medullae porite. So medullae porite is basically a kind of middle collection center of all the fluid, means the water and all. so that it can be easily distributed to any of the tentacles according to the requirement of locomotion or anything. So water vascular system is unique to echinoderms, which is water filled umbilical canal or water vascular system with tube feet in which water enters through a perforated plate called medullae poroid. It helps in locomotion of body. It actually helps in locomotion of body, capture and transport of food. It helps in locomotion of body, capture and transport of food, and also help in respiration. Okay, understood? So it helps in locomotion of body. Locomotion of body. Who is helping in locomotion of body? The tube feet system. Okay, in the capture of the prey. Okay, and in the transport of the food to different pedicel or the leg, and also helps in respiration. Respiration is through the general body surface, and it is basically covered with gills, and these gills are known as what? Dermal branchia. Okay, so respiration is through the body surface having dermal branchia, that is gills, or papillae in most of the echinoderms like starfish. Okay, so dermal branchia or gills, also known as papillae, they are basically present on almost all the echinoderms surface. Okay, digestive tract is made up of both the digestive system, the digestive tract is basically made up of the mouth and the digestive system, okay, ending in anus, means they have complete digestive tract except incomplete digestive tract in brittle star. In brittle star, the digestive tract is incomplete. Why? Because anus is absent. In case of brittle star, mouth here is on lower side, and anus is on the upper side. Except the brittle star, okay, every echinoderm, it is having mouth on the lower side, that part is known as what? The oral surface, and anus on the upper side, which is known as what? Abural surface. So there are two ring like structures, one is oral and the another one is abural. Okay, now the body shape is variable, it can change its shape, okay, like star, cylinder, okay, then disc like, flower like, okay, but the body lacks head. Body lacks segments on the surface, body is having segments on its surface, has bilateral symmetry in larval stage, and radial symmetry in case of adults, okay, and they have pentamerous symmetry, means 5 or multiple symmetry after the larvae mature into the adult. Echinoderms, they are triploblastic and they have organ system level of organization. Skin is covered with the spicules, also known as tubercles. Between the arms, there is a pincer-like structure known as what? Pedicellary, and this pedicellary is basically covered by a mesodermal endoskeleton, okay, having the calcareous plate, 1 to 8 calcareous plate known as ossicles. Minute pedicellary keeps the body surface free from debris, okay. Echinoderms, they have true coelom, that too enterocoelom, okay. Water vascular system is unique to echinoderms, which is a water filled umbilical canal or umbilical system, that is known as what? Water vascular system, having a tube feed to help in the distribution of food and water to every tentacle, and all they merge in a center point, that is known as what? Medullae poroid, which is a perforated plate. It helps in locomotion of body, capture and transport of food, and in respiration. Respiration is through gills known as what? Dermal branchiae, okay, which are present in almost all the echinoderms except some of them. Now, digestive tract is basically complete, incomplete in case of brittle star, where NS is absent, and that's why digestive system is not complete. Okay, is that understood? Then the part which is having mouth is known as what? Oral, and the part which is not having mouth, anus, is having, okay, then abural. General characters, again, circulation is of open type, okay, mean there are no arteries, and reduced with no heart or any pumping vessel, okay. So circulatory system is basically open type, and very importantly that the coelom or the hemocoel is reduced with no heart or any pumping vessel. There is no specific excretory system, and the nitrogenous waste produced by the cells like ammonia which diffuse out through the body surface. Nervous system is simple but less developed, okay, like a nerve ring and a radial nerve that have simple sensory organs that lack brain. Okay. So there is no specific excretory system, and the nitrogenous waste produced by the cells, that is ammonia, diffuse out through the body surface. Nervous plate is simple with less developed organs like nerve ring. So nervous system is complete, or we can say it is highly developed, which is having organs, developed organs like nerve ring and radial nerves, and that have simple sensory organs, and they lack brain. Okay, they lack brain, they don't have brain. Okay. Echinoderms have male and female sexes separately. They have male and female sexes separately. Fertilization is external and after sexual mating. Fertilization is external and after sexual mating. Okay. They have male and female sexes separate, means dioecious. Free swimming larva is present, okay, which is the trochophore larva, and that larva is bilateral symmetrical, okay, with later undergoes metamorphosis to develop into an adult, which later undergoes metamorphosis to form adult. Okay. So fertilization is external and after mating, okay. Ciliated free swimming larva is basically present, okay, which is bilaterally symmetrical and which undergoes metamorphosis, okay, to form adult. Similarities in case of echinoderms and chordates are, so basically the members of chordates, the early members of the chordates and the late members of echinoderms, they share some common characteristics. Like early embryonic development includes gastrulation, okay. So early embryonic development in both the phylums includes deuterostomes and enterocoelomic condition. So both are deuterostomes and both have enterocoelomic condition, okay. Now few echinoderms like starfish are able to regenerate into new organisms, and they use their arms for defense purpose, which is known as what? Autotomy. So autotomy is basically a process in which the tentacles or the arms of starfish, they can be purposely, you know, removed or purposely attached according to the function, okay, and they help in defense, okay. Evisceration, okay, viscera, you know, organs. So evisceration is a phenomenon where angry or frightened echinoderms vomit out viscera from internal organ. So evisceration is phenomenon when angry or frightened echinoderms during the process of defense and offense, they vomit out viscera from the internal organs, right. So circulation is open type, and the it is reduced with no heart and any pumping vessel, right. Circulatory system is open type, hemocoel is reduced with no heart and any pumping vessel. There is no specific excretory system, and the nitrogenous waste produced by the cells are ammonia, so they will directly diffuse out from the body. The nervous system is simple, okay, with less developed organs like nerve ring and radial nerves that have simple sensory organs, but they don't have brain. Echinoderms have male and female sexes separately. Fertilization is external after sexual mating. It forms ciliated free swimming larva, trochophore larva, that has bilateral symmetry, which is formed in under the process of metamorphosis, changing of, you know, egg into larvae, larvae into pupa, pupa into adult. What are the different similarities with chordates? I have already told you, okay. Early embryonic development in both the phylum includes the deuterostome or enterocoelomic condition. Few echinoderms like starfish are able to regenerate, okay. They have the proper process of regeneration, and they can use these arms for defense, known as what? Autotomy. Evisceration is a phenomena when angry or frightened echinoderms vomit out viscera from the internal organs, that is taking out of the viscera, okay. This is the anatomy of starfish, in which you can see this is the oral part, okay, which is behind. If I'll just cover this, rotate it to 180 degrees, then actually have the middle part which is not shown here. It is basically the anus. This is the anus. Okay, this is the oral part and this is the avoral part. So just you have to compare. Okay, understood? Okay, now you can see the radial canal, tube feed system. They have eye spots. Then they have cardiac stomach, the bifurcation of stomach, cardiac and pyloric. And they have endoskeleton plates, means these are the plates which are endoskeleton. Understood? Okay, we'll move to the next slide. This is the classification of phylum Echinodermata. First is Holothuroidea, Echinoidea, Crinoidea, Asteroidea, Ophiuroidea. Okay, so Holothuroidea, body form is cylindrical like a tube and it is long. Arms are absent, okay, mean the tentacles, and larva is called as auricularia. Okay, larva is known as what? Auricularia. So I'll underline it. Auricularia. By cloacal respiratory tree. Okay, example cucumber, sea cucumber, then only freshwater echinoderms. Now Echinoidea, body form is globular or arm like. The Echinoidea basically body form is globular or disc like. Okay, arms are absent here also. Larva is called Echinopleurus. Larva is known as what? Echinopleurus. In case of Holothuroideae, larva is known as what? Auricularia. Here the larva is called Echinopleurus. Okay, respiration is by peristomial gills. Peristomial gills. Okay, means towards the mouth. Peristomial gills. Mouth has biting and chewing type apparatus known as Aristotle's lantern. Okay, so Aristotle's lantern basically helps them. Okay, or which is a modified form of mastication. Okay, so this Aristotle's lantern, masticating apparatus with 5 feet. Okay, masticating apparatus with 5 feet echinus C. Okay, echinus is the example. So we'll learn about the Holothuroidea and Echinoidea. Holothuroidea, body is cylindrical or long. In Echinoidea, body is globular or disc-like. Holothuroidea, arms are absent. Echinoidea, arms are absent. Larva is called auricularia. Larva is called Echinopleurus. Respiration by cloacal respiratory tree. By cloacal respiratory tree. Okay, understood? Now Crinoidea, body forms is plant-like fixed with cirri. So they have basically body form in plant spatially which is fixed with cirri. Okay. Arms are numerous and branch. There are many arms and branch. Okay, okay. Arms are numerous and branch. Larva is called Doliolaria. Larva is known as what? Doliolaria. Doliolaria. Okay. Most primitive without spine and pedicelaria. So Crinoidea, the body form is plant-like, fixed with cirri. Arms are numerous and long, and larva is called Doliolaria. Okay, Doliolaria. So, example, Antedon, sea lily, most primitive without spine and pedicelaria. Sea lily is considered to be the most primitive because it is not having, this spine and neither pedicelaria. Understood? Asteroidea, body forms like star, arms are 5, thick, short and large central disc. Larva is called the bipinnary larva or pleurolarva, bipinnary larva or dipleural larva. Respiration by dermal branchiae, that is asteris. Respiration is by dermal branchiae known as what? Asteris. Then Ophroidea, body form is flat and star-like. Body form is flat and star-like. Among are 5 thin, long and brittle. Larva Sciuplute. Okay, so larva Sciuplute. Okay. Arms are 5 thin, long and brittle. Okay, and they have a larva which is meant for respiration. Okay, or performing the genetical works. Okay, genital bursae. Example: Ophiura, brittle star and Ophiopteryx. Okay, so this is the the classification part of this phylum Echinodermata. Holothuridia, Echinoidea, Crinoidea, Asteroidea and Ophiuroidea. Then the resemblance with chordates, how they exactly match with chordates. Okay, they have radial and intermediate cleavage. The same is having the mammals. Gastrulation by invagination, same thing happens there. Okay, not always, there are always exceptions. Mouth derived from ectodermal invagination, yeah, that's true. Mouth derived from ectodermal invagination, that's true. Adult anus is basically from the blastopore, means they are a very good example of deuterostomia. Okay, then adults anus from blastopore. Okay, so these are the resemblance with chordates, that chordates they have radial and intermediate cleavage. Gastrulation helps in the movement of cells to form different structures. Okay, then mouth derived from ectodermal invagination and adult anus from blastopore. Enterocoelous coelom is present, and that is they are deuterostome. Deuterostome means the first the formation of anus first with the help of larvae. Understood? Now we are having unique characteristics. The first point is already very clear. Mesodermal endoskeleton made from calcareous spines, already done. Ambulolateral system, already done. Next, some common echinoderms like starfish, scientific name Asteris, shows a great power of regeneration autotomy. Red eyes present at the terminal end of each ambulolateral groove. Okay, the ambulolateral groove, every lateral groove is having at the center, at the terminal, the red eye. Spines are arboreal surface distributed regularly. Okay, spines are understood. Okay, so dermabranchi in between spines are present, which act as a excretory and respiratory organ. Metrioporoid, it is a ciliated circular plate, okay, which is perforated in between the two arms, and pedicellary pincer-like structures act as an organ of offense. Is it understood? Then Ophiura is known as what? Brittle star. Echinus is sea urchin. Echinus is known as what? Sea urchin. Okay. So Ophiura brittle star is basically, it helps or to swim like snake, okay, and anus is absent. Echinus sea urchin, okay, it is having a very special Aristotle's lantane because of the resemblance of ancient Greek ship pattern, okay. Then Crucomeria sea cucumber, the sea cucumbers, they respire through respiratory trees in the cloaca. For this, water is drawn in and expelled through the anus alternatively. The mouth is anterior and is surrounded by tentacles, okay. So in case of Cucumeria or sea cucumber, they actually help to understand, okay, like that why the sea cucumbers respire by respiratory trees in the cloaca. For this, water is drawn into the in and expelled through the anus alternatively. The mouth is anterior and is surrounding by tentacles. The mouth is anterior and it surrounds through tentacles. So sea urchin, sea cucumber, Cucumeria, okay, respiratory trees are present, sea urchin or echinus, okay, Aristotle's lantern is present, and Ophiura, brittle star, okay, understood? Then we have Antedon, that is feather star. Antedon feather star, it is it shows a great power of autotomy and regeneration. The body comprises the cup-shaped central disc. Cup-shaped central disc. A cup-shaped central disc. This is the central disc. Okay. Although it is not cup-shaped, but I have just shown you. Understood? Disc and 5 arms. Each arm is bifurcated, bearing a row of pinnacules on each side. So pinnacules. Okay, understood? Pinnacules on each side. It is attached to the substratum. So I hope everything is clear. Then Cuvarian organ, they are basically found in Holothuriea. Cuvarian organ, they are basically found in Holothuriea, and they basically represent the branches, the lower branches of respiratory trees. Okay. Then Auricularia is a connecting link between non-chordates and chordates. Okay. So Auricularia is a connecting link between non-chordate and chordate. Cuvarian, they are the organs found especially in Holothuriea, in which basically they actually have to act as a respiratory passage, or we can say the respiratory part. Okay, so those are cuvier organs. Okay, so I hope everything is understood. So my dear students, we will be meeting in the next turn, and we will be starting the phylum Hemichordata. Okay, so the takeaway from this part is spines are on the aboral surface, means on the ventral side or the anterior side. Dermal branchia is between spines which act as a respiratory and excretory organs. Megaporite, perforated circular plate in between 2 arms. Okay. Then pedicelaria, pincer-like structure, also known as organ of offense. Okay. So my dear students, we will meet on the next turn with a very interesting topics. Okay. Please remember these names: scientific name brittle star, Ophiura; sea urchin, Echinus; sea cucumber, Cumaria; feather star, Antedon. Okay. Okay, bye bye, take care, please stay safe, stay at home, everyone.